Hi my friends, in this video I want to talk about lifestyle changes as we move on this journey, because I have focused very much on how when we change the world within us, we change the world around us. And this is really, really true and is the main focus we really need to have. But we are human beings, we are living in a human body, and the body has certain needs, and for most of us we need to have our focus also there. So you can say that the more we heal, the more we become whole, the more we will be guided from our inner self to what to eat and how to live our lives, which people we want to be with. It will all come naturally as we go. But on this journey, I have found it's necessary to actually tune into and ask ourselves, do I actually need to change something I'm doing in my life? And for most of us, we need to make some changes. And one great big change is to simply slow down. Simply have less to do, because most of us have too much to do, or we don't do very much, but we're pushing ourselves in our thoughts. So that's an inner thing again. But we can simply practice slowing down in our daily lives and making sure we have the time that we need and we wish to just be with ourselves. So that's one major thing. And it can also be attending to less things around us, even though there's people we really love to be with, to simply say no sometimes, so that we get the time and the space and the quiet to do the work with ourselves. And moving, being in nature, getting the sunlight, getting the fresh air, going to places where there's nature, if it's not nearby, go to a park or go to the country, whatever, so that we have some sort of connection with nature. For most of us, is very important also. And then there's the whole thing about our diet, which I have touched on many times, and for me personally has been a big thing, because I've had digestive stuff going on all my life and have tried many different things. And you can say that for most of us, we need to eat quite pure food. So processed foods are really, for most of us, really bad for us, because they simply clog up the system. So when we realize that our ancestors have lived in nature off natural food for millions of years, it's really very logical that we should do the same. So because our cellular biology is built up that way, that it needs natural food. And not eating so much at all, but of course getting full when we eat, and to actually give ourselves time to do some fasting, which is very natural also. So intermittent fasting can be really good for most of us. So sometimes we need to be very strict with our diet, and that's where the carnivore diet comes in. It can also be a vegan diet, but usually it's just more difficult to do, where the carnivore diet is extremely powerful and healing. Just have to let the cat in just a second. So sometimes we need to simply remove nearly all the food we're eating and just eat meat, salt and water. And I'm in a period right now where I'm doing that, and I also add my fermented vegetables, which is just a wonderful combination. And then that diet is very, very ancestrally appropriate. Simply having meat and and lots of fat, just depending on what your needs are, and fermented vegetables. So if you feel that your body is quite tired and you just don't feel healthy in your body, this could be an approach that you could simply, a way to do it is you add in the fermented vegetables in the diet that you're already eating, and you start to do some intermittent fasting, and then slowly you just eat more and more clean, which is simply meat and fat. And this can seem really quite dramatic to do, and as I see it, the diet will never do will not heal us completely, but it can be an enormous help for us to simply become more connected with our bodies, because many of us are very toxic, and what we do when we have this ancestrally appropriate food, our digestive tract gets very clean. And when you clean your digestive tract, you can simply feel yourself much better. And also there's a psychological part of this, that as we are growing spiritually, we come into situations where we more and more have to learn to let go, simply let go. So if we always drink coffee in the morning, we might feel inspired one day to say, what if I don't? What if I just don't do that? I've done it for 30 years. What if I just stop? And our spirit loves these steps we take where we just let go of something that we think we can't live without, because the spirit really wants us, our spirit wants us to truly get to feel that there's nothing we really need. In the outside world, we mustn't be so attached to something that it gives us, we feel we can't live without it. So taking these steps once in a while, just saying to yourself, do I have the courage to change this? Because I feel inspired to do something different, and to actually take the step and let something go is a very powerful thing to do. And you can always go back to your old way of living. There's no, we live in a free world really in these countries. We can do what we like. And so, but it can be a wonderful part of our journey to simply let go of some things and make our life, that's really what it is, make it very simple. Just make it very, very simple, and let go of all addictive behavior. So that is also a part of the elimination diet process, that you simply teach yourself or realize with yourself that you can let go of anything, and feel how refreshing it is to do something different. So there's no one size fits all with lifestyle. We have to find the way that really suits us the best, and to do that we need to try different things. So I thought this was important to put into our little journey here, that the inner work is really the main thing, there's no doubt. But our physical life might need some adjusting, and that's really okay. So this was what I wanted to share today, and yeah, please leave a message if you have something that you're experiencing in your life. It's really, really wonderful when you write, and have a wonderful day. See you, my friend.